But for the most part, I'm keeping to it.
I love it.
0-0-2.
All right. Lane Sleeth is going to get us started. Let's play pickleball. And what a start with the counter for Brooke Buckner.
That is the no-go zone for Brooke. You do not hit it to her two-hand backhand, especially from that low. She is always sitting ready for that.
0-0-1.
Really good combo from Zoe.
Zoe just so calm. That paddle's out in front, Jesse.
Yeah, I think she kind of knew that combo pretty well. She knew if she reached out with her one-hand backhand, she knew where the next ball was going, so she was ready for that combo.
Beautiful from Lena. There's that reach. These teams played on July 5th, and it went 3-2 Dreambreaker, 22-20
oh, wow.
to the Night Owls.
Nice. We all love a Dreambreaker.
Side out.
Black Bears have already survived a Dreambreaker today in that upset of Bay Area, 21-11, so much more dominant in that one than coming up just short the last time against the Owls. And I think the Owls have something to prove here. They did actually not like that result because it was 4-0 Night Owls when they played before that.
I see.
Get this scramble from Lena.
Nice. Good defense, but Las Vegas kept their cool there.
And a little aggressive. I'm just going in now. I've made 8 saves. Lena's just coming on forward.
I like it.
Yeah, they found her feet. It's hard to do. Bad luck off the tape there. If you're playing these two, return away from Brooke because of those dynamic ground strokes?
Absolutely. Brooke is probably one of the best singles players out there, and I think in double she likes to use that to her advantage with some solid drives, and then Zoe will crash, so.
Down on one knee is the former Michigan Wolverine back in her home college state here is Brooke Buckner.
That was a really good drive from Zoe. That thing stayed so low, and it was dipping. So even if, you know, and they were both kind of crashing, was putting a lot of pressure. So even if Lena makes that ball over, they're already at the kitchen looking to attack the next one. Just like that.
Nice job by Lena to survive the shake and bake.
Side out.
Nice counter there from Lane.
Good aggressive start from the Night Owls.
0-3-1.
All right, let's see if the California Black Bear women can get a point on the board here. Ooh, that was nice.
With authority, Lane Sleeth. Look at the Canadian throwdown.
That was kind of like a scorpion. Is that what we're calling that? A very athletic scorpion.
Yes.
Another really good spot, yeah, from Lena. I think Lena made a very good adjustment. The first time she sped up, it was at Brooke's backhand, and now she's doing a good job of kind of moving it more to Brooke's right side, catching the forehand a little bit.
Second serve. 2-3-2.
Good communication there from the Black Bears, especially with those middle dinks. Lena doing a good job of communicating early.
Yeah, air traffic control. I mean, she's got a future. I heard her throughout that. Some players don't like that, but most do. Some don't want to be told that constant rhythm of a voice.
I would say, in my opinion, for me personally, if the ball is down the middle, I don't mind it, especially if it's not like as I'm about to hit the ball or in the middle of my swing. But I think communication with middle balls are always important because it could be anybody's shot at that point.
Yeah, if it's a ball that's cross court that's obviously mine and you say you, then, you know, then we can discuss your communication style and choices.
Exactly.
Oh, man, nice handle off the tape. Two awkward backhand overheads from Buckner. Oh, swing and a miss. Sleeth is there. That's in. Nice. This is chaos.
Oh, good point, though, from all four ladies.
Just everything you'd ever want to see there, including, I don't know why Zoe's not calling Brooke off to go kill an overhead over there, but it made it more fun, and we're in the entertainment business.
4-3-1. Second serve.
Right back.
4-3-2.
What a reload from Lena.
Oh.
Side out.
Lena was ready for that cross-court speed up from Zoe.
I don't think that's staying in, but Brooke was just fending for her life there.
Sometimes when things are happening that fast, you're already in it and you're already loaded. You just got to play it. Hard to let go of the ball sometimes.
3-4-1. Second serve.
Great Steve Deacon, the coach of the Night Owls, looking on, cheering on the squad.
One of the OGs of pickleball right there. Nice call from Brooke. Zoe was ready to hit it.
Yes.
Good communication and good leave from the Las Vegas Night Owls.
Yeah, just a little KT tape on that right forearm and wrist of Zoe's. We'll keep an eye on that. I don't see her do anything that she's not usually capable of here today.
Yeah, sometimes it's just preventative.
Now you see Brooke make the adjustment to the adjustment.
Yeah, this is why we always say pickleball is like chess, because you're always changing pieces, moving pieces around, and you know, you're like, the better the player, the quicker they can kind of pick up all those things and make those adjustments. That's what makes it fun.
Absolutely.
Second serve.
They found that left foot a couple times on Buckner.
Yeah, I think for the California Black Bears, I actually like that middle dink a lot towards Brooke's inside foot, making her hit that kind of two-hand backhand.
5-3-2.
Second try to get to 6. The first journey to a win in a game. Then we'll switch ends. There's the Lane Sleeth defense again, but not that time. So onslaught of pressure from the Night Owls, and they do indeed get to 6. So I'm going to keep getting better and keep reinventing the sport we love. And
absolutely.
We love it.
Time in. 6-3-2.
court. But I like the switch here from, you know, California Black Bears, giving, you know, the Las Vegas Night Owls a different look.
Yeah. Of course, you're referring to
7-3-2.
Sleeth playing the left now.
Absolutely, yes.
Side out.
Brooke was probably so surprised, like, whoa, I got a return. I need to do something spectacular here.
Let's see if the California Black Bears keep Lane on the left.
3-7-1.
And it looks like they will.
Yeah, just
Second
easy,
serve.
beautiful power from Zoe there. Yeah, you don't have game 2 and 3 to sort it out. And
yeah, you have to do this stuff pretty quickly, especially when you're only playing one game to 11. Oh, it looks like we have an out call from the California Black Bears. It was a little late, but it looks like they are trying to call it out.
So this is interesting. So Lane, it's one of those on the sideline where you're making this stab and then call it out. Potentially late to Brooke's liking, but I just want to get the call right, and no one seems to be upset about it being wide, so we'll play on.
Side out.
Lena was on that. I think the issue was that her dink was a little too high, so even though she was ready to cover,
7-4-1.
the problem was Brooke was able to get down on that first attack. All right, we've seen the switch back.
And she does not get cheated on the grunts.
No.
7-4-2.
Good lead from Lena.
So
that was a quick side out.
Yeah, a couple of forehand drives missed from
4-7-1.
Buckner there. Usually her bread and butter shot.
That's a good spot there from Lena. Again, it was kind of towards Brooke's backhand, middle of the court, awkward spot.
5-7-1. Second serve.
Just demolished right back at lane. Pretty ambitious choice on the mid-court.
I think Lane was hoping to catch Zoe a little unready for that, but Zoe was very much ready for that attack.
What a shot from Brooke Buckner on the run, ATP, and brought it back into the court because Lena was there to defend.
Yep.
That's smart pickle from Brooke. Look at this again. Field goal is good between the two ladies.
Yeah. Inside foot of Lena.
7-5-1.
Great defense from Lane.
Oh, telegraph. Lane will get there with ease. What a rally. Oh, my.
I just wanted Lane to win that point just for effort. Oh, my gosh. Talk about the athleticism she showed. She was sliding into shots. She got so many defensive shots back. That was a great point for the California Black Bears.
Juan Benitez over there throwing the umbrella in the air to cheer for an incredible defensive effort.
7-5-2.
That's one of those points where it could be a potential momentum shift.
Crossbody. unbelievable. Sleeth gets that one back, too. Just grind and grind and play some defense.
Playing her heart out right now, and she deserves all of those points.
Defense.
So even if it hits the hand, that is still part of the paddle.
What do you say, Jim?
After video review, there was no fault. The ball did not strike the player above the wrist. 1 free challenge lost, 2 remaining. 3 free challenges remaining. We'll resume play at 5-7-1.
I also think it was just good just to kind of maybe regroup.
100%.
You know,
with only
it's a good
one
timeout.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Time in.
So can the Black Bear comeback continue?
Second serve.
I think that's the first mistake I've seen Lane
she's been so solid.
I don't think she's missed a ball yet. That's the first one. Good serve. I like that speed up. She hasn't done one yet.
No.
And I think it really caught Zoe off guard. That was really nice. It caught, you know, Zoe in a weird spot.
6-7-2.
Yeah, right hip for somebody that sits backhand. That was beautiful.
Point.
And that is out, and
We're tied up
at 7-up. What a refreshing score.
7-7-2.
And another ball dipping down at the paddle of Zoe Wang. And guess who's calling out? Timeout now. It's the top-seeded Night Owls who have seen their lead evaporate. It was 11-8 Night Owls. They'd need to get a stop in 4 in a row to match that. Now the defense coming from the other side. Can they pay it back? And they do get the ball back out of the timeout, so that was huge.
7-8-1.
And we got a missed return there from Lane.
Freebie factory visit at the worst possible time for the Black Bears.
8-8-1.
Wow, Zoe let that thing bounce. And then Brooke sends it off the tape.
And it goes long. Yeah. It looks like the California Black Bears are trying to pick on Zoe's backhand. I think she's missed a couple dinks out of the air in the net, hit a few highs, so it looks like they're trying to see if they can get some points from that.
Wow, a missed third from Zoe, and heart beats a little faster on the Las Vegas Brain Trust over here as they only get 1. Again, semifinals here. We'll have the second one coming up next between the DC Pickleball team and hometown favorite Andrea Coop and the red-hot Nashville Chefs.
8-8-1. Second serve.
Really good spot there from Brooke.
Great first volley.
Keeping it deep and low.
8-8-2.
All right, so no points won on that side out either. Las Vegas Night Owls back to serve. Let's see if they can get a couple points here.
At least get one and get in front. The finals is not tomorrow, so the winners have tomorrow off, and the Challenger final
8-1.
will be the first match on Friday. Wow.
Second serve.
And that was past the DoorDash logo. We love that they're a part of us. That is not what Brooke was aiming for.
No, it was not.
Side out.
Another side out. No points on the scoreboard.
And
timeout,
but it looks
California.
like the Black Bears are calling a timeout. I like that. It's like kind of like an offensive timeout, you know? No points have been won. There's a couple side outs. So, you know, I think either it's just to kind of regroup, kind of go to their team, last minute, you know, thoughts, but going on. And it's like you just don't get a lot of time in between points.
Right.
So it's like, you know, I like having those
8-1.
timeouts just to kind of go back to, okay, what are we doing here?
so let's see if they get what they want here.
Point.
Yeah, dink wide, dink middle, and it's working.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I've noticed from the California Black Bears ladies. Lena, her job is dinking to Zoe's backhand.
9-8-1.
Lane's job is dinking middle, and that has been working for them quite well.
Second serve.
Huge opportunity on both sides here. You get this one, and the Black
9-8-2.
Bears have a game point on their paddle. Beautiful drop from Lena. And right through the middle from Lane Sleeth, and that is exactly what they've got. This would be a big upset and a shot of adrenaline into the Black Bears here.
10-8-2. Side out.
Just can't come up with the third. So side out back to the Night Owls, and to save a game point, and all you got to do is hit a return is a lovely, lovely sight. But what do you do with it?
Second serve. Here we go. 8-10-2.
Oh, a missed
Side
serve.
out.
Wow.
Yeah, it looks like for the last few side outs, the Las Vegas Night Owls have lost a little bit of steam. It's definitely humid here, so maybe, you know, they've already played a match, so maybe they're getting a little tired, but seems like some loose mental errors more than anything else.
Yeah, that match was some time ago, so that would be a disappointing reason, but here we go. Game point 2.
Second serve.
Sure. Oh, that 11th point can be so elusive.
10-8-2.
What a dig, but not good
out.
enough.
Yeah.
So 3 saved, back to the Night Owls.
8-10-1.
Yeah.
Second serve.
Wow,
They've been working that combo, kind of Lane pulling it middle with her dink, forcing either Brooke or Zoe to take that, and then Lena going out wide to Zoe's backhand.
8-10-2.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Second try to get to 9 on this possession. Scrap and retreat. Let's see if they can get back in.
Oh, good point there. Much needed point for the Las Vegas Night Owls.
Okay. Can they tie it?
Go, Bears. Get big, Lena. Get big. Go, Bears.
9-10-2.
Oh my goodness.
It was there and then it wasn't. Dropped very quickly. It seemed high enough, but then I think you know, here in Bear City is definitely a little bit humid. I think the ball is playing a little slower, a little heavier, so I think that ball dropped
10-9.
quicker than Zoe was expecting.
So here we go. Game point.
We've got a stack on the serve here for the California Black Bears.
Why not? And they get it done. What a win for California. They in July 11-7 when they played in June. Yes,
0-0-2.
Right there. Michael Loyd gets us started. Let's play pickleball. And just sick drop from Loyd, and he was money earlier today in their upset win.
Point.
And great start here. Juan Benitez, his partner, not just a great player, but coaches Betty, Anna Bright, Hayden Patriquin. So this guy knows what he's talking about, folks.
Good hands there from Pablo. Yeah, I actually played some games with Michael and Juan yesterday. So we played, I think you're probably out there for, a good 2-3 hours just, playing some mixed games. They were both working on some things.
0-2-1.
Like to see that in action today.
Throws up the lob, and it's a beauty.
Nice lob from Juan. Really good. Especially, I think, from when I'm looking at the flags, it looks like he is slightly against the wind. So that is definitely the time to throw up a lob.
Side out.
Delgado, the youngster. So you got three big names that we all know, Buckner and Wang and Pablo Tellez. And then Delgado, who is a player with so much potential.
Point.
A little long. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, I think the side of the Las Vegas Night Owls there with the wind. So kind of looking to let those balls go like drives and things like that because the ball will keep flying.
Second serve. Three, 0-2.
Just
a lot of power from James.
Man, two good defenders on the other side. Smart choice. Took his time, took a glance at where they were standing.
0-3-1. Second serve.
Nice lean in there from Juan. Went to what I like to call the flamingo.
0-3-2.
Oh my, Michael Loyd. Beautifully done.
I think we're definitely seeing the energy from that women's game win for the California Black Bear men right now.
Oh my.
Second serve.
Got what they wanted.
You can see Pablo kind of smiling, knowing he got away with one there.
Side out.
So Benitez not able to tuck the elbow in and get the clean contact, so that goes deep, but a great start. Where's the answer, Night Owls? The definite favorite here with the talent on this team.
Really good serve there from Pablo. That ball stayed low.
1-3-1.
Nice job by Delgado. He's a big kid that moves really well.
And that was actually a really smart shot selection from him and like placement, because James was, Michael was already looking to cover middle forehand, and he kind of went almost cross body.
And the James Delgado show has got this tied up at 3. Don't sleep on this guy. He is coming for everybody. Question is, how high is the ceiling? Gets to practice in North Carolina with Brooke Buckner, Kate Fahey, Eric Roddy, so that's a great group for him.
3-3-2.
Oh, that ball stays in. I think it was a slight miss hit.
Not slight, but a perfect miss hit, Jesse. Somebody's like, this guy hits the ball so darn hard, there's no way that swing stayed in.
That's a really good return from Michael Loyd. He probably has one of the best returns in the game. He hits it almost kind of like a ground stroke. Like he winds up and he hits it like he's hitting a regular ground stroke, and that it can be really hard to hit thirds off of that.
Tough to time that, but he does it so well.
Second serve.
Good combo there from Pablo. Backhand flick, backhand counter punch.
3-4-2. Point.
Got a Texas combo here. Benitez played his college ball at Baylor, and Michael Loyd now an Austin resident. So
4-4-2.
A lot of Texas in this team. And what a shot from Delgado there.
Really
My
good hold.
goodness.
That speed up worked because he moved his feet and then he held. He set up early and he held it for so long. It is so hard to know where that forehand was going.
That's really good stuff from Delgado. Tied at 4.
Another really good return from Michael Loyd.
Just hitting absolute bullets within a foot of the baseline.
Right.
4-4-2.
Point. Same spot.
Again, and it's
same
working.
spot, yeah. I think both, I think he's recognizing that they're both kind of shifting forward to cover that middle forehand, and he's catching them like slightly on the left side of their body.
Goes Delgado, and the James Del tournament style play, money and standings points on the line.
Side out.
All right, side out for the California Black Bears. Let's see if they can get some points here. I think they've been stuck on 4 for a while now.
And he does not get cheated on that 1-y.
Creates a lot of effortless power.
4-6-2.
Oh my goodness.
Nice sneaky speedo from Michael Loyd. Paddle down, tip down. It looked like he was going to dink, and he kind of just slid that thing right past Pablo.
With off speed to go with it. Oh, I love shots like that. Michael Loyd, a wizard here in Beer City. What you been drinking?
Point.
All right, and we're tied up here.
So this is a dangerous section here as the Night Owls, the favorites, cannot go down 2-0, especially the way Michael Loyd played mixed earlier today. He was dynamic. Delgado sends it off the 2-y bounce, and it is a beauty.
I think that's the second or third time James has gone to Michael's right side, that forehand, because I think Michael likes to sit that backhand on that right side of the court. So it's a good spot from James.
Point.
Looked like he was trying it again.
Yes.
I think that one was a little too rushed. I think he needs to work the point a little bit longer before going for that. I think he wasn't quite balanced to go for that speed up.
Second serve.
Delgado with the big drive. Tellez can't quite come up with the next one.
Side out.
Can't come up with the drop either. Okay, so they do.
They get one.
Sneak ahead.
Yep, they get one.
6-7-1.
I mean, there's the driving crash.
I've been waiting for that because that was something that they were definitely working on yesterday, kind of the drive crash combo coach. And they both have very, good drives and good crashes. So there's another drive.
This was 12-10 when they played in New York in favor of the Black Bears.
Okay.
8-7-1. Point.
Wow, and a couple of unforced errors.
And we got a timeout. A good timeout from the Las Vegas Night Owls.
9-7-1.
Yeah, I think they just lost 2 or 3 quick points, so I think a timeout's definitely necessary right now.
And that's what the drive and crash can do. All of a sudden, you look up and it's like, wait a minute, wasn't it tied and we're down 3?
Things happen really fast if a drive and crash is working very well. So good timeout for the Las Vegas Night Owls. Hopefully kind of just to cool them down a little bit.
So if you're in that huddle, Jesse, ladies upset. Now you're 2 points from being down 2-0. How do you insert the urgency without fear?
Usually I try not to think about that. I try to stay within the game of, okay, let's figure out, right now they're driving and crashing. Maybe we return middle to take away the down the line drive, cut off some of their angles. And I kind of just keep myself in the moment. I don't want to get too far outside of it because, everything does happen quickly, but things can also change very quickly. So at this point, it's kind of just, okay, let's just, figure out how to stop this team.
Wow.
Big serve from Michael.
And a wrecked serve. We are at game point, and a commanding 2-0 lead is on the paddle of Michael Loyd.
Went for it.
Serve.
Hey, I love that. All right.
Especially as the first server, like you've got another second serve to work with, so why not?
And Benitez pays the price for safe as death, and his feet were where the ball ended up. So 2 game points saved.
Oh, nice hands from Michael Loyd covering that Ernie from Delgado.
Just couldn't, it got shallow enough to the net where he couldn't get a ton on that. I like the read. That's just too good from Michael Loyd.
7-10-2.
Really good serve and good drive from Pablo there. Big serve, big drive.
8-10-2. Point.
Oh my goodness. Nice. All right, here we go.
Quick 2 points for the Las Vegas Night Owls.
9-10-2.
All off of the serve and a good third.
Can they tie it? Oh, just gets over. Another one off the tape. Great scramble. Now a lob. And Delgado lets it go, and it lands in after all that chaos. Wow. Okay, so they get to 9, but not 10. Game point 3 for the Black Bears.
I expect Michael to go for a big serve, big drive here.
Here it comes. Benitez called him off and doesn't make it. Game point 4. It took 4 for the ladies to get it done.
10-9-2.
Drops it. And that does it. My goodness. Hello, Black Bears. They're not in hibernation. They're one away from a date in the finals. Big challenge.
Have to kind of turn it off and switch to mix.
0-0-2.
It takes me a couple points in the beginning, but I find a way to, you know, realize that in mix, I'm trying to set my guy partner up to be more aggressive.
And there's a huge start. So the Night Owls feels like they need a lead and some just positivity here. Hands are on the hips on the sidelines. They can't believe this is where they're at.
Point.
Pretty from Zoe Wang, and she was terrific in the first half of the women's doubles match, but then her backhand got picked on, and she will be on the left, so that will be available again here. Swing and a miss, but Pablo's there for backup. And then Michael just sends it.
Yeah, I think Michael noticed that Zoe was still a little off balance from the previous reach and not getting to it. So I think that was a good look from Michael there, catching her off balance.
Side out.
Good eye there from Lane, as I like to say, even though she swung at it.
Yeah,
it was
good leave.
Good leave.
Smart leave. She purposely swung where the ball was.
Yes, exactly. That's what I always like to say.
Point.
Awkward swings, though, plenty, but it works out for the Bears.
Yeah, we don't see this very often where we have, you know, the girls in front of each other because we have a lefty, Pablo Tellez, on the court. But it always makes it more interesting, you know, just to see how the strategies change when you have the girls and the guys in front of each other. Good speed up there from Pablo, right down the middle.
Just jumps in there, threads the needle. That's beautiful from Pablo.
Nice, good combo there from Michael Loyd. I expect to see him do that a lot, especially in mix. Something that he was working on was big serve, big drive, and then crash hard. Try to take advantage of the serve and the drive.
2-1-2.
So I think he's going to hope to get a couple quick points from that.
Side out. One, 2-1. I'll recall.
This one 11-4 California
1-2-1
on July the 5th. So if that happens again, we're done here.
Oh, wow.
Second serve.
Good job from Michael getting there, being big with the forehand. Again, he's done that a few times today. That kind of like paddle down, tip down, kind of almost like a sliding speed up. It's not top spin.
2-1-1.
You know, it's almost flat, and he just kind of keeps it low and catches people off guard.
Point.
Can't get there for the ATP.
3-1-1.
Just reload city for Sleeth, and it is 4-1.
I actually really like this combo from the California Black Bears. Lane has amazing hands, really good sliding backhand. So I think Michael pulling and just attacking first and letting his partner know, hey, just be ready for that stuff. I think it's working out really well.
There it is again. Yeah. Jesse, just will it into existence there. 5-1. And
I'll usually tell my partner, I'm like, before the match, I'm like, hey, I think today I'm going to send it quite a bit. So just be ready. And they're like, okay, I'm ready. Got it. It's like, hey, as long as you and your partner on the same page and we have the same game plan and they're ready for it, you know, good things can happen.
Point.
That is out.
6-1-1.
Page 1, baby.
Second serve.
Can they get 2 stops on the end change here?
6-1-2. Side out.
I mean, Michael Loyd is loving the paddle down on sending it.
Yeah. I mean, it's been working for him so far. That's the first one I feel like that hasn't really worked. And, you know, especially at 6-1, you might as well keep going for it. Good job from the Las Vegas Night Owls getting a point there. Much needed point.
Yes.
They need to find a will to win right now.
Sleeth just retreating.
Point.
Just vanished there. 2 in a row and on a 1.
3-6-1. Second serve.
Good job from Michael being ready for that poach from Zoe.
3-6-2.
You hear the bench saying energy bears. So important here in MLP.
Point.
Just wide. So let's see if the Night Owls can get here in the afternoon. Maybe that's the problem.
4-6-2.
Wow. So
really good speed up from Zoe.
Pablo feathers one that was chest high back in there, and it's Zoe that sends it, and they're within 1.
Five, 6-2.
Oh,
my.
Side out.
net cord favoring the California Black Bears, just as Las Vegas was getting on a run.
Okay, so they at least make the scoreboard be their friend. So Sleeth and Loyd have to look up at, okay, wait, we're only up 1 now. Unwinding the stack, so let's see if a Loyd forehand can be found. Good return.
Nice.
Oh my.
Really good setup from Lane there.
Roll to roll. What a shot from Sleeth to get that started, and then just open up that paddle face, pronate the wrist.
One of the benefits of having that lefty forehand, that middle speed up, which works on a lot of teams because it's a backhand, does not work on Pablo because that is his favorite forehand counter.
Yeah, that was just demolished there. So second try to add to the lead. Oh my, sends it, and a dude with a bunch of tattoos gets another one. What a shot from Zoe.
Was it going long?
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
But did Michael have time to get out of the way?
That'd
no.
be a hard no. And was she trying to keep it in? Also no.
5-7-1.
Great dig with Pablo flashing in front. And the Michael Loyd show. My goodness, well done there. Remember, he was traded in here. He was on the bench in Texas, traded for Rafa Hewitt. And look at the difference he's making.
Oh.
Point.
Unlucky net cord.
And Hewitt, ironically, is playing today for DC as an alternate in both events.
Okay.
He's playing,
there you go.
He's playing Premier for the LA Mat Drop, so he's everywhere. What a fill. So again, creep within 1, but don't get it tied.
Let's go. Here we go, Bears. Let's get up there. Let's go, Bears.
7-6-1.
Oh.
Second serve.
Zoe did a good job of sliding to make space with a forehand instead of hitting it as a backhand, which I think gives different angles and different looks. So good job from her there.
Great job, but they have been very purposeful with the returns. Loyd has not found a forehand.
Right. Very good awareness from the Las Vegas Night Owls, making sure he does not get a forehand drive, because that has been working this whole game.
Again with the off speed, he shows you, waves the Cobra, and then throws it at 20 miles an hour instead of 80 right at your feet, and you pop it up. That's pretty from Michael Loyd.
I can tell he's feeling very good right now about his game because he is dominating and taking over the court. He wants the ball right now.
Well, Zoe does as well, and we're tied at 7.
7-7-2.
In this general vicinity in all 3 of these games, and California's gotten it done.
Point.
And timeout.
They need to win this, so let's see if they can close it out.
Wow, great first volley from Zoe, and she handles it, and 2 reloads from Lane that have worked all day have caught the tape in this comeback.
Really good return from Michael.
I feel like you've said that a few times. Clutch when they had to have it. All right, can he get a serve that creates a forehand?
7-9-1.
Yes, he can. And that is the difference.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely easier for him. It's going to be easier for him to get the drive he wants, especially if they're unwinding the stack, because there's a lot going on when you're trying to unwind. So he got what he wanted there, and he kept going.
Yeah,
that's the good thing.
It ended up being a backhand, which was the winner. Can they tie it here? Oh,
second serve.
Tape bounce on the top, but stayed on his side, and he got a very short return there.
8-9-2.
Just so smart. Let the athletic Sleeth run herself out of it and hit the open court. Just look at how casual. I got this. Boom. Volley slightly deep, and guess what, folks? Night Owls have a game point of their own finally. And they're going to challenge it. I love that anyway. You get 3. Let's see if Jim Ryan agrees with us.
After video review, the out call stands. 3 challenge lost, 1 remaining.
All right, Las Vegas Night Owls have a game point here.
Play at 10-8-1.
And on a 1, so huge opportunity here.
Time in, 10-8-1.
What a shot.
Good recognition from Lane.
Yes.
Because I think Pablo's won a few points kind of sneaking and crowding that middle, so very good job from her getting behind him, getting to his backhand.
Game point 2. Oh my, Loyd gets tagged again, and guess what, folks? The Night Owls are on the board, and we will play the second mixed. So that line, let's all, if life could be just straight down to that.
Our chaos. We all have our own kinds of chaos. We just got to organize it to our benefit.
All right, let's play pickleball. And the chaos is well organized there.
You go.
Great start for Delgado.
0-0-1.
What a dig from Buckner. Sky hook dig again, my goodness.
Second serve.
Really good point from all 4 players there. See another lob from one that was
0-0-2.
ended up being successful. It took a couple shots, but it was still successful. Good call from Lena on that long drive.
Yeah, and this is what Brooke is balancing.
0-0-1.
2 feet in front of us, her young daughter Ellie is hanging out, hoping mom comes through. Shallow dink, so he couldn't do much with the Ernie. There's another lob. That's a sitter. And
second serve.
When you are a Big Ten champion in tennis,
you definitely have a good overhead.
You probably do have a good overhead.
0-0-2.
What a drive. Oh, Flamingo me this one. You know us Flemings love a good Flamingo. That was a beauty in the pickleball
really
world
good.
Right there.
Yeah.
You'll see him go up on one leg here.
1-0-2.
Style points.
Athletic and flexible.
Point.
A little mini drive. Kept it low, right down the middle of the court.
2-0-2.
Another great dig, paddle down.
Oh, they're both on it.
Yes.
All right, we got 2 points here for the California Black Bears.
0-1.
Boy, there's the potential to just freak out on those, and he was calm.
Not only was he calm, but he kept his paddle short and compact, which really helped him kind of get down on the ball on that volley.
In New York on July 5th, this was 12-10 in the exact situation where Delgado and Buckner had to have it to force the Dreambreaker.
There's that easy, effortless power from Delgado.
Second try here to add to the lead.
Point.
That was actually a really good placement from Lena. Kind of, again, that inside foot of Brooke Buckner, and, you know, James tried to come over and help take it. Unable to get it up and over the net.
Let's go. Point.
Let's go.
Buckner retreats and pays the price for that. 4-0 for California.
4-0-2. Side out.
Delgado stood there for an extra couple of beats and shook his head after Benitez sent that at him. Okay, let's see if he can channel that into some points here. What a save from Lena. And there they go.
Lena trying to change direction off of that dink and it leaving it a little bit high. really hard, actually, when you're changing cross-court dink direction to try to control that dink straight ahead. You really have to, like, do a lot to keep it, because you're changing the spin as well, and it's a shorter distance.
Plus, there's a monster in a cave right in front of you.
So really a lot of thought and effort has to go into keeping that ball unattackable.
Second serve.
Nice combo platter there from Benitez.
It wasn't necessarily the best initial speed up, but he was very much ready for the combo and the counter that it didn't matter. He cleaned up his own mess.
Yeah, and Ben does that all the time. He doesn't care if the first one's good.
Right, exactly. It's a combo. Oh, again, they're both on it.
And you're seeing the more traditional 4 righties mix cross-court with the ladies here as opposed to the first one.
Yes, and Lynn is doing a pretty good job of using her height and her length and taking a lot of the dinks out of the air and taking some time away from Brooke. But,
2-4-2.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Awkward spot for Wang.
And then he's chopping down a tree with that last swing. Shows the soccer skills there at the end, but man, he was engaged. That was fun. Within 1. Oh, swing and a miss, but he's got backup. Oh my, are they going to get out of this mess?
Yes, they are.
Wow. Rarely are you going to win when you have intention to hit it and swing and miss, but Brooke was there. And then James made up for it with a great take in the middle.
4-4-2.
And they have come all the way back, and this is that place. Do you call timeout? You're going to get one at 6. You're definitely feeling the pressure. They choose not to.
5-4-2. Side out.
And that's just, he was beat with pace from Lena there. Well done.
4-5-1. Second serve.
Great job from Delgado there. Can they keep him off 5?
I actually really like that return from him as well. It stayed low. Even though it was short, it stayed so low that it was very hard for Lena or Wang to drive off of it.
Tried the little soft one, but Lena's there easily.
Side out.
Just caught, paddle face slightly open. So an empty trip for the Black Bears.
5-4-1.
I think that was a good spot from Brooke.
Yeah.
Kind of caught him in a weird, kind of caught Wang in a weird forehand volley. Oh, another awkward spot.
Wow. I'm not sure that's staying in either, but we'll never know.
He was too committed.
5-4-2.
Yeah, once you're engaged in a hands battle like that.
Very hard. Oh, and missed return.
Timeout change in. 6-4-2.
Night Owls down early. Premier getting underway tomorrow at 11. Jessie Irvin and her Phoenix Flames will be on the court.
We're super excited to compete.
Could not recover. Earlier today, Benitez went for a Ernie and actually hit a lefty winner. So, yeah, so
nice.
Guy is wildly athletic, but need to step up now or we're dreaming. Unreal. Benitez hits the deck. This is nuts. And they get out of that.
Side out.
Come on, that's the one, guys. Let's go.
Okay. Michael Loyd says that's the one. Let's see.
Yeah.
4-7-1.
Elaine Sleeth saving the women's was
exactly.
the one.
That was the momentum shift that they needed.
Second serve.
Great catch by the shortstop, but that is not what you want to do. What a shot by Brooke Buckner.
4-7-2.
Ironically, I talked to Juan about that very shot happening to him, and he's like, I'm going to get that fixed. I'm going to sit there, and then boom, catches another one. So
it's so hard to sit there, though, because like you also have to think you have to cover, you know, middle forehand.
Sure.
So it's tough.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to a great shot, and that is not where you want to send it.
All right.
No one's had better initials in their life than BB for Brooke Buckner. Yes. She hits one there on the counter.
Second serve.
Come on, guys.
You can hear Michael Loyd pumping up his team, trying to get another. Oh, and a miss serve from Brooke, giving them the side out.
A few of those today from Brooke that have been like massively deep.
4-8-1.
So is that the little bit of positivity that California needs? Again, if we get to the Dreambreaker, 22-20.
Oh, wow.
Just 5 days ago. Ford in this event won 21-11 in their Dreambreaker upset over Bay Area.
Second serve.
Oh, man, that's a ball that's got to be made, because that's the one you want.
Yeah.
8-4-2.
I mean, dude is everywhere.
That is definitely the definition of organized chaos.
Yes.
At its finest. Coming all the way over to his partner's right side of the court, speeding up, and then still being able to put that next ball away.
Look out. Oh, chooses to roll it, and that is a smart shot. Game point. Here we go.
10-4-2.
Wow, off the tape, and Benitez didn't hit it clean, but he hit it perfect.
All right, let's see if California Black Bears can get a few points here, keep their team alive.
Oh, sits up there for the school picture, but falls back on the side of the Night Owls. There's one.
5-10-1.
Great job by Brooke Buckner, straight ahead.
I mean, one definitely did a better job of adjusting to her first attack, but it just wasn't enough after 2 or 3.
5-10-2.
Relentless. Great first take, sets up the second one. Game point number 2.
I've seen a lot of really good returns from different players within this game. Within, like, I would say, like, you know, 4 inches from the baseline. Solid returns.
Second serve.
Miscommunication there.
I also think Delgado might have thought the sideline ball potentially could have been out, so he was a little hesitant on the next one. Wasn't quite sure.
Pretty average. Oh my, so nervy third drive there from Delgado. 3 game points have gone by the wayside, but the deficit is still 5.
5-10-1.
Oh, it got her.
Second serve.
Wow.
They called it. Lena called it, and
yeah.
it still got her. That's the most frustrating one.
Is there anything worse than that?
When you call it yourself and it
5-10-2.
somehow still finds a way to get your body.
Oh my, so empty trip for the Black Bears. Well, it took 4 for the first 2. Canadian coach looked good here by getting it done again. It was the 4th in the men's and women's for the Black Bears. Let's see if it's the 4th here. It is not. Okay, number 5.
That was definitely a better drive from Delgado, though. It was more controlled. He wasn't, trying to hit it as hard as he could.
What a setup from Brooke Buckner, and guess what? The Night Owls had the sweep mixed, and that is exactly...
They look at tape and, try to figure out different ways to win points here and there, so we'll see if, based on the last Dreambreaker, if there's any adjustments for this one.
So here we go. Michael Loyd will get us started. Let's play pickleball.
Side out, point, 1.
And Pablo Tellez grabs the first one.
1-0.
Oh my, and this is already better for Pablo than the start in New York. Again, championship for Premier is not tomorrow, but Friday, so they'll get a day off to practice.
Side out, point, 1.
Huge for Loyd here. Now let's see if he can tie it. Loyd had a massive run at the World Championships last year with wins over Ben Johns on that rampage that he was on in singles. And it was shots like that that did it.
I think that was out. I think it was out.
Oh, that's just wide.
It was just wide.
So Pablo flips the script and actually gives his team a 2-point lead. My goodness.
3-1. Point. 4-1.
Oh, tried to be cute.
Good volley there from 1.
2-4. Side out, point, 5.
I mean, that is a big dude flying forward. Love the pressure, especially in a Dreambreaker.
Absolutely.
5-2.
Got to 1, but not the next one.
3.
So 2-2 there.
Those were good volleys from 1. He decided to kind of cut it a little bit, which keeps it low. So it really forces, Delgado to have to hit up on the ball.
3-5.
Sleeth with the movement and the track down, and then the blistering pass with spin.
Absolutely. Lane does not play as many singles events as Brooke, but she's a very good athletic singles player.
Side out.
And same lady. Wow.
6.
Let's see if she can just bring the confidence right back up.
6-4.
.360. What a point for Brooke Buckner, controlling the kitchen, and Lane Sleeth was everywhere. My goodness.
That was a really good singles point from both ladies.
7-4. Point.
And big serve, and it is Brooke Buckner that puts a 3-1 on the board.
All right, Zoe's serving with a 4-point lead.
Beautifully done by Zoe. Lena chose to stay back. A lot of the ladies do, but paid the prices.
9-4.
Zoe took the net. Wow. Blistering two-y by Zoe Wang.
It looks like California Black Bears are going to either challenge the in call.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, we have a challenge of the in-roll.
Yes, they're challenging the
and I love that that
Proceed
change
video
was
review.
made.
Yeah,
Let's get the call right.
absolutely.
This is also, you get one timeout as a team in the Dreambreaker.
Take that out of the players' hands. I think it's just better for
After video
everyone.
review, the in-rolling stands. The ball was in. Free challenge lost, none remaining. One free challenge remaining. We'll resume play at 10-4.
So here we go. Zoe Wang gets the first two after Brooke put up 3-1.
10-4.
And a
Side out.
Much needed point for the
Yes.
California Black Bears.
little shanked volley there from Zoe, and Lena made her pay the price.
5-10.
And comes back out of the free challenge timeout thing that they did, which was very smart. So that ends up being 2-2. So this is where the acquisition of Michael Loyd really needs to hum right here. Pablo, a terrific singles player as well, but this is where they got to have it.
Oh, unfortunate net point from Michael.
Point. 11. Timeout change ends. 11-6.
So we're going to switch ends here. Michael Loyd had a very short ball and lots of options. Caught the tape. 11-6 at the switch. Pablo got 3 of the 4 the first time through.
15 seconds. Time in. 11-6.
Really good return from Michael there.
7.
Good returns in singles go a long way.
Massive.
Especially in a rally scoring format, because that's worth a point.
7,
if you hit a good return.
Yes. Oh, no, he did not.
Timeout point. 12.
Wow. Michael Loyd played a perfect point, and all he can do is hit the ball back to Pablo. Ridiculous stab right here. And as Michael Loyd was watching the arc of that, he knew it was staying in. So 2-2 there, and that will take it home if the Night Owls can maintain that. And you hear both sides saying, trust it, trust it. Get hot.
12.
Oh my goodness.
You got it.
Delgado.
You kind of held your breath there for a second when James ran over there with the forehand. But he was able to stick the volley.
Oh, look at that.
And the slice
look
volley.
At that tennis carve it up volley. No strings attached, but it's a beauty. There's 2.
Yeah. I definitely think the cut volley works really well in singles. Not as much in doubles because you have two people covering the court, but in singles, that volley stays so low that I think it works really well.
Point 13.
Okay, good lead for Delgado there. So 2-1. Can this be a 2-2 affair as well?
(13-10).
Oh my, so gets a missed return. So
Las Vegas still has the 4-point lead.
Yep, twos all around, and here comes Buckner. Traded in here earlier this year from the Carolina, at the time, Pickleball Club.
Point.
And this is what you're going to see, defense versus offense here. Buckner, 4 out of 5.
15-10.
Just pretty. The lead is 6. They trailed 2 games to none and were down in the first mixed, and they're 5 points from righting the entire ship. Make that 4 as the BB is fired.
Really big forehand drive from Brooke there.
So Sleeth scraps 1 back, but Brooke turns a 6-point lead over to Zoe Wang.
11-17. Side out point 18.
And now there's just 0 margin for error.
Yeah, which is really hard in rally scoring.
Yes.
18.
Knowing that in the back of your head that you can't miss any points or any shots, it's tough, especially in singles.
What a get. And another one, but not that one.
Not enough.
Joyous bench here for the Night Owls. They're within 2. Unbelievable
19,
track downs
11.
there from Lena. Empty in the tank here.
Point.
And we are at match point for the Night Owls.
20-11.
Okay.
Point 12.
Lena holds them in, and the big difference now is Pablo cannot win it returning.
Right, he has to win on his serve. So we have to see now if Michael can get a few points here for his team, keep them alive.
20.
There's one.
$13-20. Point.
Okay.
That was all set up from a really
yes.
big serve from Michael.
Yeah, Pablo couldn't even think about coming
14-20.
forward.
Yeah.
That stays in.
Oh.
Beautiful from Pablo. Match point number 2 on the paddle of Pablo Tellez.
20-14.
drop the men's and women's doubles matches and come storming back and show why they're the #1 seed. Got Pablo Tellez and Brooke Buckner standing by. Brooke, I'll start with you. After you dropped those first two, what was said on the bench to make sure that the team was still invested and ready to win a couple mixed matches?
Yeah, we trust our mixed, but really the message was fight. Everything wasn't going our way. We didn't execute in the gender doubles like we wanted, but we could fight. That was what we could control. Pablo and Zoe were down big in the mix, and they fought. And we continued to fight. We fought in the singles, and we walked away with a W today.
Yeah, Pablo, Jesse Irvin here. So how do you feel going to the finals, being down 0-2? I mean, it must be, great to know that in these situations, even if you have a rough start, kind of finishing strong, going to the finals must just be a lot of confidence for you guys as a team.
No, for sure. But first of all, full credit to the Bears. They played amazing in gender doubles, but we kept believing, and it was a full team effort for sure.
So, Brooke, you guys played a Dreambreaker against these guys 4 days ago in New York, and a lot closer. Did you guys look at it? It was the same matchups. Take us behind the scenes for the, if we get to a Dreambreaker, we want to do X.
I mean, I didn't watch it, but I thought about, my points personally, but we go back to, controlling the controllables, fighting for every point, and believing. Pablo always says trust it. I trust him, and he told me to trust myself, so I did, and we were able to execute pretty well in the Dreambreaker today.
You sure were. Last one for you, Pablo. Interesting format in that you guys get a day off tomorrow now that you've earned your spot in the final. That will be on Friday. What will take place tomorrow? Are you going to watch this next semi? Where are the Night Owls going to do to make sure you're at your best Friday morning?
Yeah, for sure. We're going to probably sleep in. It's been a long 4 weeks on the road playing MLP. But also, let me just send a hi to my girlfriend that's watching me for sure. Te amo, Leila. But no, we're gonna sleep in and then just practice in the afternoon. Definitely watch tape. We have Steve Dickin as our coach, and he gives us incredible feedback for every match. So he's the one doing the film mostly.
Well, we got the shout out to the girlfriend, and we got the big W. So congrats, you guys. Good luck in the final.
Yeah, that was a really exciting match to watch and commentate.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right. Well, one semi down, one to go. Jesse Irvin, thanks so much for being in the booth.
Thanks for having me.